देख रहे हैं अभी सर अबे लल्टन hey hey लल्टन hey Later, dude. Oh, what is it? What is it? Oi! Sorry, look, sorry, look. Hey! 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 Hey!
But before we go inside, I'd like to explain you about this gate. Now we have entered from the western gate. There is an eastern gate and there is a northern gate. Sorry, southern gate. Now this main gate was for the drummers and the musicians. So if the king, because this has been a tourist attraction for more than 350 years, even the Mughal kings, later Mughal kings would come here to visit the wonder of the world. So they would have the drummers. If there would be a king coming, they would play it 4 times, the queen 3 times, the princess 2 times, prince 1 time, and so on. So everybody would know. As we entered, you see there a high wall like a fort. This was for the security reason. And what you see here, these were all the horse stables all around to park their horses. Now, 1631, they started the construction, and 1653 they completed. So 22 years it took to complete the Taj Mahal. So if you see the small domes in the arch, 11 are here and 11 inside. You see the small ones? They are in a row. 11 in this side, 11 on the other side. Now what you see on the arch, please have a look at the arch. Now the square thing, that is the calligraphy from the 89th chapter of Quran. The white marble, they have done the inlay work in black onyx, with the black onyx. And the flowers, do you all see the flowers? Now this is all inlay work, this is not painting, but it was all done in the ground. So they drew the graph, they took the chisel and hammer, made the grooves, they put a glue and put these stones after shaping them, and they rub it with a stone called agate. And that is how they get this beautiful work. You will see more detail inside the Taj Mahal. Now we will be going inside from this gate.
Sapanote. C'est une de loin, une de près, comme ça.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to have a group photograph. And this is the only Mughal tomb which is made right at the edge. All the other Mughal tombs are in the center of the garden. When you go inside the Taj Mahal, you will see semi-precious as well as precious stone. Lovely floral design on the outer wall. Now if you see very carefully the minaret, can you see the tall towers on four sides? The tower which are in the rear, they are inside, and the tower which are in the front, they are towards outside. Do you notice that? Now this is just an optic illusion. Like if you see a railway line in a straight line, at one point they meet, but the track is never meeting. Similarly, because they are tilting outward, so if there would be a natural calamity, they will not fall on the main dome. The top pinnacle, which is now brass, was originally of gold. The gold has been taken away by the British. There were huge diamonds all around the arch. All the diamonds are in Tower of London now. No diamonds here. And again, the 89th chapter of Quran, which has been written on the main arch. Then there was a water tank down below. The platform there, where you see the number of people, is of red sandstone and only been faced by white marble. The rest of the structure is all white marble, what you see there. Then to balance the building, on your extreme left, there is a mosque here. Do you see the mosque? On the extreme left. Do you all see the mosque? And then they made a similar building on the right hand side to give the balance. But that is not a mosque because you are facing towards east. In India, you are in a different hemisphere. You need to face toward the west to face Mecca. So one is mosque, the other is called the guest house. Otherwise, they both are identical.
Same thing I'm doing.
Just another tourist.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. Good way to look at it.
Hello. Yeah, look there. Hello. 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 Hello.
That's a hump, huh? Is that a hump?
Why don't you back there so I can
Hello.
stop?
You got one bottle of water.
They had the best mask. Could you work 2 hours so they could get half?
हमारा ऑफिस बढ़िया ठीक है
at the ITC Mughal Hotel here in Agra, India.
Never enough.
Oh, you study? Yes. I'm part-time job here. Oh, violin. Oh, thanks. I'm working here and then going to college. Oh, nice.
When you go behind the Taj Mahal, in a distance, you're going to see the fort. When we go to the fort, you will see the Taj Mahal from there. Okay? Now, right in the center, there is another fountain from the same time. And all these fountains worked in those days with the principle of gravity. Now they work with the motor, but only sometimes. I have very rarely seen them working. I don't know what the criteria is. So we don't know when they are going to work this fountain. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow would be the last day at the station when you see these two guys. Our assistant, Mr. Durga Prasad, and our driver, Mr. Shyam. So you'll see them when they drop us at the railway station tomorrow. The question was whether they take only Indian. No, they take American. In fact, everybody is very happy to take your American dollars. So no worries. And tonight, we'll collect your big suitcase at 9:45. So the agenda for the day is, right now we are going to see the inlay work of marble. After this we go to the fort. We will see the fort in section. It is all in ruins, but it's a very interesting fort, and you love the history of this great Mughal empire. So the Mughals, they started ruling from this fort in Agra. Thereafter we will be going for lunch. Now today lunch is in a local restaurant, and you are very lovely people. So today 2 glasses of wine or soda on me. Thank you. Red wine, white wine, or any kind of soda, okay? And you're going to see a short film, and these are the same queries from where the marble of Taj has come, which is more than 200 miles away from Agra. Alright, so now we are heading towards the fort. Approximately 45 to 50 minutes we are going to spend here. So please take your cameras, your sunglasses, and 1 bottle of water between 2 of you would be good.
Never mind.
Yesterday, where were we? Tomorrow? Must be.
Now, this fort was started in the 16th century. 1526, when the Mughal came, there was another Muslim dynasty. They were called Lodhis, Lodhi. They were ruling here. So the first Mughal emperor, whose name was Babur, he came with a very superior gunpowder, artillery, and they had a battle 100 kilometers north from Delhi, a place called Panipat. And this guy had a very big army. He was overconfident, but he did not realize the power of the gun, and he was very badly defeated. So Babur came to Agra, but he rested in the camps because this fort was not as big as you see today. It was a small section of a palace of the Lodhi king, and when he rested in the camps, he wanted to establish his empire in India, and he told his journals that this is the country where we are going to have a future, and that's what exactly the Mughals did. They were defeated in their own country near Afghanistan. They were not successful there, but they laid down the foundation stone of a great empire. Later on, when he went back to Pakistan in Lahore, that is where he died, and he is buried in Lahore, city which is in Pakistan. His son Humayun was again thrown out of power for 14 years. He took asylum with the Shah of Iran, and when he came back, he died coming down from the steps. We saw his tomb in Delhi. The third Mughal king was an emperor at the age of 14. His name was Akbar. We call him Akbar the Great. So it is very important we learn from history. It is very important that you have wise friends, those who can give you good advice. Okay? So this young boy had very good advisors, and they knew that to rule in a country where we have more than 80% Hindu people, we should win the heart of the locals. So he translated all the religious books in different languages. He got it translated. He didn't do it. He never went to any school since he was a young boy and he became the king. And then later on, when he was a young prince, they advised him to get married to the Jaipur family. And that is why deliberately he married the princess of Jaipur family. So what happened was, the mighty army of the Hindu warriors, all the Singhs, they became his immediate relatives, and they became loyal to the Mughal Empire, and the brother-in-law was the commander-in-chief of the Mughal army. So after 1566, they laid down the map of India, what you see today. Otherwise, everything was divided into small countries. So they declared the kings could rule independently in their respective country and pay the taxes annually, quarterly or half-yearly, and they wouldn't be attacked. Those who would not pay the taxes, those kings would be attacked. So everybody agreed to it because they had superior artillery of the Mughals and the Hindu warrior Rajput, the cavalry. So that is how his territory went down up to Sri Lanka, which was known as Ceylon in those days, Myanmar in Burma, a little part of Mongolia in the south. Now these Mongol kings are related to the Mongolian king, Genghis Khan. Have you heard the name? Yeah. Genghis Khan, the grandmother were real sisters. The grandmother of the Mughals and the grandmother of Genghis Khan were real sisters. So that is why this was a fighting race. But the third Mughal emperor, he said that I'm going to respect all the religion, and he kind of declared India as a secular state, that everybody is free to practice the religion of his faith and belief. His wife, Akbar. His wife never changed her religion. She always remained Hindu. She gave birth to the first boy who became the next king, whose name was Jahangir. So this palace, the rooms were added from Akbar. It was started by the Lodhi dynasty, but Akbar started constructing the first Mughal emperor who did here. In the order, he was the third. By first Mughal emperor, I am to say, the first one who built this palace. Then his son Jahangir added, then Shah Jahan added, and then Aurangzeb added. So 4 kings have added the rooms altogether. So from 1526 till 1857, the construction of this palace is done. So the wall all around in radius is 8 kilometers. So what we are going to see is the palatial part, right? The other part is with the Indian military. Now if you see this entrance, there was a drawbridge at the entrance. So during the war time, or whenever they felt the threat, they would pull the chain and there would be a river moat in between. They would fill the water from the river Yamuna, it used to flow touching the wall. Then they have an entrance which has a curve, so that if there would be a cavalry charge, the horses and elephants could not come running and break the door. Now this fort was attacked in 1728. It was destroyed, the front gate. So this is the painting. वो उस टिकट में तो ट्रैवल तो कर सकता है ना? नहीं उसमें ट्रेन में चढ़ सकता है ना? हाँ मतलब ये है कि सीट नहीं मिलेगी यही होगा ना? कोई बात नहीं नाश्ता करा दो तेरे को जाम जाना है 10-12 नाश्ता ले आना है दिमाग खराब हो गया एक आदमी 10-12 अरे गोरे तो खाते ही नहीं ना सीट में बैठ के आराम से खाते ऐसा भी नहीं खाता है आराम से नाश्ता इतना वक्त बिठा दो
Agra Fort.
So tomorrow we have a train ride. That's going to be another experience for you, looking at the railway station. But the train which we are traveling is all air-conditioned train, right?
No
It's a very,
air?
sorry?
No air conditioning, you said?
It is a totally air-conditioned train. It is. And you all have assigned seats, okay? But the only thing is we are in two different coaches, okay? So my colleague, our local office staff will be with us. So he'll travel in one, and it's all interconnected, even I can walk. But he'll be with one party and the other. So I think there are 12 people in one and 11 in one. So that's how we got the tickets. So you all will have your assigned seats. So I'll tell you your seats tomorrow morning. Okay?
Okay.
So need not worry, it's just 2 hours 45 minutes. But the only thing to remember is on our package, it comes with mineral water and breakfast, tea, coffee. You can take the mineral water, but don't eat anything which they offer you on the train. Okay? So you are going to have your breakfast and then you're going to have a lunch when we arrive. So don't eat anything which they offer you on the train. It's not safe. I would not recommend. You can take the bottle of water with you. So the breakfast, actually, they give you a nice omelette. It looks nice, but I don't know how good it would be. So it's better we avoid to eat anything which whatever they offer us on the train. And the reason why we're taking the train, there is no flight from Agra to Khajuraho. There is no flight. So this is the easiest way to take train, save 2 hours. If we go by road, it will take 4.5 hours. So this is an express train. It takes only 2.5 hours or 2 hours 45 minutes. Then we have a lunch in a very nice resort in a small village, and then we drive further for 5 hours. In between we have one comfort stop. So in all, it's going to be a very interesting ride and day for you. You're going to see central India. You'll be right in the heart of India. We're going to a state called Madhya Pradesh. And day after tomorrow, when you see those heritage sites, the world heritage site, the temples, you will forget all the pain. So no gain without pain. Right? Like those of you who went for the Taj Mahal this morning. You must be saying, why did we come in the morning? And then when you visited Taj, you said it was worth coming. So you will have a similar kind of feeling, oh my God, it's a long ride, But then you really have something exciting to see there, which you must have never seen. Those temples are incredible. You will see our Hindu life, how it was in 9th, 10th and 11th century AD, before the Muslims came to India. All that has been depicted in those lovely carvings in this temple. So the Kama Sutra or the erotic art is only 5%. 95% is all about Hindu life.
I'm sure the track
we must have a jacket in the car. We have a table.
We're special people.
Yes, must be. Let's see. American Express.
Yeah. You have some problem with that?
Let's see. Okay, I've been with Wells Fargo how long?
Sorry?
How long I've been with Wells Fargo?
Oh, yeah. So that, oh God.
Look how long I've been with them.
This guy was not born.
Yeah, I know, that's right. You guys weren't born. How long I've been with American Express?
I was 2 years old.
That's right. How long I've been with American Express?
I was 2 years old. That was 1967.
Oh, okay.
That was 1967.
Just recently.
Well, yeah. I have, actually I have 5 cards.
Okay.
I got 2 gold,
Yeah.
2 business, 1 personal.